The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpend.com, Raffertys, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with Tom Viney. Great to have you back on the show.
Great to be here, Gary.
It's always great to do the show with you. 30 minutes of high school sports, right?
And we got some great people on today.
Oh, well, do we or do we what? We got Lincoln County in the show. Cassandra McWhorter's here. They're an outstanding basketball team. They have a Miss Kentucky candidate, Miss Basketball, on the team. She's going to UK.
Love keeping that talent in state.
In state, that's right. Keep it right here. And also our scholar athletes, they hail from Lexington Christian Academy. We got 3 seniors, 3 juniors, and the coaches. All they did, not a state championship, they won a national championship.
They're an impressive group. Can't wait to talk to them.
Also, we got another Sutherland Chevrolet drive of the week as we head down to Nicholasville, Kentucky, down 27 there. I think that's down Route 27.
Somewhere around there.
Down there in Nicholasville, Kentucky. And tell us about our great diver we have on the show today.
I'll tell you, it is great. We talk a lot of swimming, but this week we're talking diving, and this is a diving state champion, fresh off of the state championships this last weekend. Really looking forward to talking to this junior from Henry Clay.
Henry Clay High School. They got a pretty good basketball team over there, too. And Cody Begley from UK Sports Medicine, he's going to keep us in the game. Somebody needs to do that.
Absolutely.
Keep us in the game. And we got the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. These highlights brought to you by Game Time, brought to you by Central Bank.
And we tip off tonight with the 4th meeting of the season between Scott County and Henry Clay.
The Cards taking the first 2 meetings, but the Blue Devils winning the last one to claim the district crown. Tonight, a trip to the Sweet 16 is on the line. The winner of the 11th region has gone on to either win the state championship or finish as the state runner-up in 5 of the last 7 seasons. Scott County, 2-time defending champ. Henry Clay has not won the title since 2005. Blue Devils running early. Keyston Brown, the great pass to Marquez Warwick for the reverse layup, tied at 14 after 1. But Scott County brings the defense. Michael Moreno with the spike block. Bryce Long hits the 15-footer, and the Cardinals are up 27-18 at the break. In the third, Scott County puts it away. Moreno and Harris Hawkins go mano-a-mano. Moreno, basket and 1. He had 13 points. 15 rebounds, 3 blocks. Glenn Covington, the 60-foot bullet to Long. And Scott County and Billy Hicks are back in the Sweet 16, 58-38. The Cards return the favor from the district final.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Our team of the week is out of Lincoln County, but we want to tell you about Roberts Insurance. That's right, Bob, Roberts Insurance. They're on Richmond. They're over in Richmond, Kentucky. They're on Main Street. They insure 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. Speaking of this great state, from Lincoln County, Coach McWhorter's here. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us.
You know, you got a great basketball team this year, but what separates this team from the other teams you've had at Lincoln County?
We've had a lot of good teams at Lincoln County. This group is really special. You got 4-year seniors here, 5. Anna will be on here with us in a little bit, but you know, they're just a special group because of the time that they've put in. They all have wanted to play college basketball. They are going to play college basketball, all 5 of them. And the time that they've put in off the floor when they're not with us as a team to individually make themselves better has made us better as a whole team, and they just separate themselves.
The sum of the parts, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Coach, you've got some great chemistry here, clearly. Tell us a little bit about each of these girls you got with you today.
Well, we've got Emma King here, and she'll be going to the University of Kentucky next season. You've got Caitlin Wilkes, who'll be going to Trevecca University down in Nashville. You've got Maddie Bulls, our point guard, and she is going to Kentucky Wesleyan next year. And Mrs. Aria Napier will be going to Asbury.
That's outstanding. I mean, just every one of them are going to play college basketball.
Yes, and Anna will be going to Midway next year.
Well, let's start with Miss King. How you doing, Miss King?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. You're going to University of Kentucky and play for Matthew Mitchell, so congratulations for that.
Thank you.
I believe, too, Coach told me you're the all-time leading scorer. Is that correct?
Yes, boys
so
or girls.
Congratulations for that, boys or girls. So I don't know what you do for an encore, but how does one become such a great leader on the court like you are?
I always just try to lead by example and make sure that I'm working hard to motivate other people and just to be like a trustworthy teammate that they know that they can come to, and really just showing other people how it's done and, you know, just wanting them to follow.
Caitlin, tell me a little bit about what it's like being on this team with all this great talent.
It's definitely something different. Like, it's like a family away from your actual family. Like, anytime you go in the locker room, someone's going to put a smile on your face if you've had a bad day. And, like, we just have the best chemistry. And these girls have been my best friends since, like, the 7th grade. And it's like a feeling that's really hard to describe. So.
Maddie, how you doing down there on the end of the bench here?
I'm good.
You never play on the end of the bench. You're a starter. You know, you're one of 3 players in double figures. I think it's like 18 all down the line. She averages like 14, something like that. So this creates nightmares for teams to match up with you guys. So is that something that you play into there at Lincoln?
I just think that on other high school teams, you have that one kid that you really focus on, but our team, just any given night, somebody is in double figures. Like usually, it's like 3 of us in double figures.
Right.
And then if you get like a little contribute from Zaria and Trinity, who have 8 or 10, you're going to win most of those games. And so just being that, like on a team where you can't match up against us because there's so many of us that have potential to be in double figures.
Yeah, you just don't know who to stop on any given night.
Now, Zaria, as you guys are going into tournament time, what's going to be the biggest asset for this team to move forward?
The chemistry that we have. We're all like family. We're all sisters, and when we play together, it makes us a very successful team.
Coach, I don't have to tell you, the 12th region looking very tough again this year.
12th region's very tough, and you know you've got Mercer County that's won the state the last 2 years and knocked us out last year with that 3-point loss in the semifinal game. But 12th region's tough every year, and
Casey County's usually pretty good.
You've got Casey County, you've got Southwestern, you've got Mercer County still right there in the mix, even though they lost so much. It's a very tough region, but I believe in our team, and we're really looking forward to the tournament coming up. Well,
I wish you the best of luck this year all the way through the regional, maybe the Sweet 16 too. It's at Rupp Arena this year. And by the way, there's some Mingy beef jerky, Coach. Take that home with you. I know everybody likes Mingy beef jerky. Thanks, young ladies. Thanks for joining us on the show. We really appreciate you coming in, Coach.
Thank you.
That's the Lincoln County girls basketball team, one of the top teams in the state. We'll be back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report, including the Lexington Christian Academy National Championship team in cheerleading. And welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball, Tom Viney, and our course scholar athletes are from Lexington Christian Academy. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
You're national champions, Brittany.
Yes.
Talk to us about what made this year so special for you guys.
They've put in a lot of hard work from the very beginning, worked all summer. They got their routine in August, and they've pushed through a lot of injuries and sickness, but I think what's made it so special is they've come together as a family more than they ever have. They've had a lot of faith in God to push them through, and they've leaned on each other a lot this year.
That's great. So what was it like when you got it, it was announced as you guys winning the national championship?
The feeling is really like indescribable. I really thought that like if we won, like I knew I'd be happy, but I didn't know it would feel like the way it did. It just puts everything into perspective, like the hard practices and the pain and the sweat and all the things we had to sacrifice to make this team the way it was to win a national championship. It puts everything into perspective. It makes it all worth it.
And you also have a 4.0. We might want to mention that. Brittany, you have a 4.0 too in the classroom, so that's just amazing to me. What hard work all goes into preparing for something like this, a national championship cheerleading team?
Definitely what they were saying, pushing through illnesses. We would come in with flu masks on and just try to push through those hardest practices. We'd come in 4 or 5 days a week, push through 2-hour practices, and that definitely prepared us for what we got.
So we got another 4.0 student over here.
Yeah, they're all 4.0.
I tell you what, that's amazing. So Coach talked about you guys went through a lot this year. What really carried you through some of the trials that you had early on to that national championship?
I think what carried us was not just our hard work, but also our faith we really focused on the scripture this year, Romans 8:18, which says the pain that you're experiencing right now cannot compare to the joy that's coming. So when we finally made it to the end and went out on that mat for finals, and then they announced us national champions, it made all the hard work worth it.
And that was your first national championship at Lexington Christian, correct? I know Dunbar, I think, has won a few national championships over the years, but they're kind of used to that over there, aren't they? But, you know, you had a saying this year on the team. Talk to us about that, Brittany.
IDGT stands for I don't get tired. They, I think what started that was they didn't do so well at a competition. They came into practice the next day and coaches are yelling at them that they looked tired and looked exhausted and they performed. So they started pushing through those mental boundaries with I don't get tired, keeping that energy throughout the year, and I think that's definitely what drove them to have those difficult practices.
It's just a tremendous performance that you guys did out there, and just congratulations for winning that national championship. That must have been a euphoric feeling that you guys had out there. And by the way, we don't want you to leave here empty-handed, okay? If you'll pass that down to your teammate there, each one of you will get one of these. That's a beautiful plaque from Crown Trophy. They're over on Will Height Drive, and they'll personalize that for you, Coach. But congratulations for winning the national championship. And you know what? Being 4.0 in the classroom, that's where it's at, too.
Thank you. We're very proud of them.
And we got some juniors coming up in the wrap with a player from Lincoln County as well, and all that coming up. Let's go to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Perry Central and Knott Central. This is Cam Turner, the drive and the drop off to Jalen Williams for the big slam. Take another look at this. Drives baseline, finds his teammate, and Williams goes up with one hand for the big slam. And Perry Central moving on to the region final with the win. That is your Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
And welcome back in. In this case, it's a diver. I mean, we got the panel swim shop segment. It's a diver, and let's get right into it. A great young lady over here, matter of fact.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just an all-star student, but then also came home with some nice hardware after the state championships this weekend. So we're going to start with you, Coach Daniel. Tell us a little bit about the season that you had and you know, how Van was such a part of that.
Yeah, we just got off the state meet this past weekend. Had a lot of success on the swim side, but you know, obviously we had a state champion diver. She's been with me for 5 years. I wish I could take credit for the dive success, but that is why we have Coach Noah. So not only was she the dive champion, but he was also the state dive coach of the year. So
that's
really
right.
proud of both of them.
That's right. So congratulations, Coach.
Thank
that was
you.
really exciting
Yes,
for you.
Yeah.
Exciting to have a state championship with you as well.
Yes. Man.
What makes her special and really stand out?
She's just such a role model to all of our other divers. I coach about 5 other schools, including Henry Clay too, so it's just really cool to see everybody come together, and Van just kind of leads the team and just acts like a dive mom, just basically like leading the way and just showing other kids the ropes. And she's just such a star athlete that it's just very easy to just see her charisma and her talent just unfold, and it's just so cool to see.
A 4.3 student in the classroom there at Henry Clay, so congratulations for that. You're also obviously a really good diver. You just won the state championship. Take us through the final presentation, the 1 meter platform. How are you able to do that?
Well, I've been diving high school for 6 years, so it was something I've been working toward for a while, and having Noah help me through state this year really helped. I had some setbacks last year and actually had surgery this summer, so being able to come back and win was a really big deal for me.
That's great. So you had some trials this past year. So going into the state meet, were you confident with your dives and how that was going to go? And did you have your eye on that state title?
I was pretty confident. I've been working on 1 meter for a while, and it was basically my main focus. So I was really confident going in and just kind of tried to stay calm and relax through the whole thing.
And ready to repeat next year.
That's right.
Yeah.
And good things going on at Henry Clay in swimming and diving. So congratulations. Thank you for joining us on the show. We'll have you on. We're going to have her on again.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
And that's our diver from Henry Clay High School and a state champion. And welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Our title sponsor, UK Sports Medicine, Orthopedic Surgery. Cody Begley's with us. Thanks for joining us, Cody. We always enjoy having you on the show.
It's good to be back.
Why has strengthening the shoulder become so important with overhead athletes?
So when it comes to overhead athletes, one of our most important things is it's just such an unnatural movement. Like, our bodies are not meant to do that. So what we try to accomplish is that stabilization of that shoulder, being such an unstable joint anyways. We just want to strengthen that. That way, the stronger they get, the more stable they get, and hopefully perform better with that.
So when you're talking to athletes across the board in all these different sports, what are the muscles that they should really focus on when strengthening their shoulders?
So everybody's heard that big one, the rotator cuff. So obviously that's going to be your big ones that you need to work on. A couple other ones, I mean, you got your lower trap, your middle trap, you got your rhomboids, and, you know, you've got your lats. Big one is the core, most people forget about, and it even goes down to the hips. I mean, we try to focus on everything with these athletes.
What are your recommendations for athletes when it comes to strengthening their shoulder?
So, like, again, everybody that does these overhead movements and things trying to strengthen the shoulder, they're doing bench presses, overhead presses. A lot of those things are going to build those bulky muscles. We want to get down to those stabilization muscles. So a lot of the TheraBand exercises, you know, you've got ball work, core working, things like that. You can, you know, they've got the thrower's 10. A lot of things you can find out there. You know, come to see us at the walk-in clinic.
Yeah.
We can get you hooked up. We got physical therapists, athletic trainers, anybody you can talk to.
You've got that walk-in clinic every Monday through Friday at 7 o'clock there on the Harrisburg Road location, correct?
We're growing, we're getting busy, and we're seeing everybody we can.
Let's put up their website there. There it is, UK Healthcare and Education, Sports Medicine. The phone number is 218-3131. They will keep you in the game at UK Sports Medicine. When we come back, we got these final highlights, and these highlights on the WKYT brought to you by Whitaker Bank. They're uniquely Kentucky.
All right, now to the 12th region, and it's been 17 years since Danville had played for a region title. The Admirals haven't won it since Roscoe Denny won it in 1990. That's a long time.
It is a long time, and Danville's 28 wins this season is the most since the school's 1967-68 squad that went 29-3. Brian Milan was a young lad back then. The Ads meeting Pulaski County in the region semis. Fourth quarter, Danville nursing a 36-34 lead, but Jacob Combs with the steal and the layup. Pulaski County ties it at 36. Combs with 7. Admirals on the move. Zach Thornton into the lane, the bucket, and the whistle. The quarterback with 9. Danville trails by 3 with 2 to play. Then the biggest play of the game. Dante Hayden misfires from 3. Jacob Pruitt there for the putback and the foul. Free throw ties the game with 44 with a minute and a half to play. 12 seconds left. Danville throws it over the top. Hayden gives the Ads a 3-point lead. Hayden with 14. Pulaski County runs it back down the court. Gets off the last shot, but Colton Fraley can't send it into overtime, and Danville overcomes an 8-point deficit in the fourth quarter to win it 49-46.
Welcome back in as we wrap up the show with Lexington Christian Academy, the national championship cheerleading team, and Lincoln County basketball down there on the end. We'll talk to her in a minute, but Molly Chafin's with us. You have 2 other girls on the team that are outstanding too that you want to talk about. Tell us about these 3 young ladies too.
Well, we have 3 of our juniors here, Maya, Avery, and Maria. We're missing 1, Peyton Wilson, and then one of our seniors, Caroline Royalty. They couldn't be with us as with their all-star team, but they're just helping us out, and we're here with them.
What did you enjoy most about cheering for this national championship team?
Honestly, the teamwork and the drive that we have all together. When we come together as a team, the outcome is really amazing.
What about you?
I just think we're so bonded, and I've been with a lot of these athletes on the team since I was in 6th or 7th grade. So we've just grown so much closer together, and it's just amazing to see what we can do.
You seem really close-knit, this team.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
Well, at the beginning of the year, we were kind of like not as, like, we didn't have the same, like, mindset all together. And after not, like, doing so well at first, like, coming together and having the same, like, mindset for winning nationals.
Anna, I got to ask you, what is the best thing about this Lincoln County that will take you guys further than anything?
Well, our team is really strong scorers. We're good offensively, and any given night, 4 people can score in double digits every game.
That's hard to stop, isn't
Yep.
it? Well, congratulations for winning the national championship.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for being with us.
Thank you
We
for having
appreciate it. We
us.
tried to get you all on. I think we did that, except the other two girls that couldn't be here,
Yes,
right?
yes, of course.
Right. That is the national championship cheerleading team and also Lincoln County. As always on the Scholastic Ball Report. For those you see, those you don't see.
Keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, P-Rats, PrepSpin.com, Raffertys, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.